Bit more algebra, this time factorizing where the coefficient of x squared is greater than 1. So make some notes. Hit pause when you're ready to move on to the starter, hit play again. And here's our starter. Write starter underline and off you go. When you're ready to look at the solutions, hit play. And so for our solutions, state if n plus 1 times n plus 2 is always odd, always even, sometimes odd or sometimes even. But when we look at it, n is the same number. If we add 1 to it and then multiply it by when we add 2 to it, you're going to have one of them is going to be odd and one of them is going to be even. Say if I started with an odd number like 1, 1 plus 1 gives me 2, and then 1 plus 2 gives me 3, so it would be 2 times 3. If I started with 2, that would give me 3 times 4. Whenever you multiply an odd times an even number, the solution is going to be always even, correct. So let's have a look. You need to give examples though. So we say if n, let's add equals 1, then that means that we've got 1 plus 1, which is 2, times 1 plus 2, which is 3. And we let n equal 2, so it'll be 2 plus 1 gives us 3 times 2 plus 2, which gives us 4, equals 12, and so on. Remember, 3 examples minimum. And then you state the answer at the end. Therefore, always even. Question number 2, factorize. You're experts at this stage. Factorizing without a coefficient of x squared. So we know we're going to have x and x here. We take the 15 and we do our little triangle and we look for factors of 15 that can give us minus 8. Now I know 3 and 5, when I add them together, they'll give me 8. To get positive 15, both of them must be negative. And minus 3 minus 5 gives me minus 8. So that works nicely. And so we say to solve it then, either x minus 3 equals 0 or x minus 5 equals 0, which implies then that x is equal to 3 or x is equal to 5. Job done. And finally, 5.4 times 10 to the power of 5 divided by 300. We want to put our 300 in the standard form, so that's going to be the same thing as 5.4 times 10 to the power of 5 divided by 3 times 10 to the power of 2, or 3 times 10 squared. Do the numbers first. So 5.4 divided by 3. Can't do it in my head, so I'm going to do this, show my workings. 3 into 5 is 1, carry 2, decimal, 3 into 24 is 8. So that's 1.8 times 10, and then 10 to the power of 5 divided by 10 to the power of 2, let's take away 5, take away 2, which is 3. So rag it and make your corrections. When you're ready to move on, hit play again. Okay, so here we're just going to look at factorizing in the first phase. We're not going to worry about solving equations just yet. We will come to that. Okay, oops, don't need that. So to factorize, I've got 6x squared plus 11x plus 4. Now that 6 now brings a new dimension, a new complication to it. So we're going to have double brackets as we normally do. But we've got to look for, we can't just put x and x here. We've got to have factors of 6 involved. So if we take our 6 here and we look at the factors of 6 that we can use, we've also though got to combine them with the factors of 4. So I'll put my 4 down here. So instead of a triangle, we've got a little sort of square. Now factors of 6, I'm going to try 2 and 3. And it's trial and improvement. And then factors of 4, I'm going to try 4 and 1. 4 times 1 gives me 4. Now when I look at these factors here, 2 times 4 gives me 8. just times 4 equals 8. 3 times 1 gives me 3. And 8 and 3, when I add them together, they give me the 11 in the middle. So that works. So that means I can have 2x and 3x. Now the 2 multiplies the 4, which means the 2 has got to be there and the 4 has got to be here. It's a positive 4. The 3 multiplies the 1, so that's going to be plus 1 there. And that's it factored. Okay, so it's trial and improvement. Sometimes you'll get the factors straight away, like we just did. Sometimes you won't. Okay, so write that example down with the workings. You need that triangle there, square. And when you're ready, we'll have a look at example 2. So this is our second example, 4x squared plus x minus 5. So let's just write that down. Oops, don't need that. That's going to be equal to double brackets again. We take the coefficient of x squared, the 4, and we take that minus 5 at the bottom there. So we're going to try factors of 4 and factors of minus 5, see if they work. So with 4, I'm going to try 2 and 2. 2 and 2. And with 5, that's a lot easier. It's got to be 5 and 1. Okay? 2 times 5 gives me 10. 2 times 1 gives me 2. 10 take away 2 doesn't give me 1 there. So that doesn't work. So I can put a line through that and try again. So 4, break it up, and minus 5. So it's trial and improvement. I know 5 is going to give me 1 and 5. Now with 4, I've tried 2 and 2, didn't work. So this time I'm going to try 4 and 1. Factors of 4. Now 4 times 1 gives me 4. 5 times 1 gives me 5. Now 4 minus 5 will give me my 1 in the middle there, which is great. And because it's positive 1, that means the 5 has got to be positive and the 1's got to be negative to give me minus 5. So 4 and 1, 4x, and 1x is just x. The 4 multiplies the minus 1, so I put my minus 1 here. And the 1 multiplies the 5. So the 1x multiplies the 5, so plus 5 there. And that's job done. Okay, I know it's a bit complicated, but it's trial and improvement. So you've got to be creative. You've got to try different solutions. We've got one that works now, and we'll try another example. So hit pause, write this example down with the workings, and then we'll try another one. Right, example 3. This one is a lot easier when I look at it in the first instance, because I've got 5x squared here. So 5x squared means that the factors of 5 are going to be 1 and 5. So that's a great start for me. It's 1 and 5. And then I've got 32 on the other end. I need factors of 32. When I combine them with the 1 and 5, they'll give me 44. Okay, so factors of 32 are 2 and 16. I'll put a 16 here and a 2 here. 16 times 1 will give me 16, and 2 times 5 gives me 10. 16 plus 10 will give me 26. So it's not even close. If I'd switched them the other way around, 5 times 16, that gives me 80. And 1 times 2, 80 minus 2. So this doesn't work. So I can put a line through that. That's not working. Try again. So I've got 5 this time. Has anybody guessed what the factors of 32 could be? Let's try other factors of 32. How about 4 and 8? Okay. So if I have 1 times 4 is 4. 5 times 8 gives me 40. 40 plus 4 will give me 44. That's great. And it's minus 44, but plus 32. So that means these two have got to be negative. because minus 40 minus 4 gives me minus 44. So that's perfect. So now I can start with my brackets. That's going to be 1x times something and 5x add or minus something. Right. So the 1x multiplies the minus 4. So that means the 1x is going to multiply the minus 4 goes here. The 5 is going to multiply whatever goes here is minus 8. And that's our solution there. Okay. So hopefully you're getting a little bit more used to it. It's trial and improvement. Remember, you have to show these workings. You have to write them down. Okay, and then we move towards the answer. Sometimes it's not right, and then we try again. Okay, one more example, and then you can try some work on your own. Okay, I do understand that it's tricky, but you have to be creative. Sometimes in maths it's good to be creative as opposed to just having a set method that works for some things. So we can be creative with this sort of thing. Right, let's try this one then. So we got 6x squared minus x minus 12. So, oops, don't need that. So if we say 6x squared minus x minus 12, we're going to have double brackets again. It's quadratic. And then we look at our 6 and our minus 12. We look for factors of those then. So with 6, I'm going to try 2 and 3 in the first instance. And then I'm looking for something that will multiply with 2 and 3. That'll give me minus 1. 3 and 4 will work, I think. If I put 4 here, 4 times 2 gives me 8. And if I put 3 there, 3 times 3 gives me 9. 9 minus 8 will give me my 1 there, which is perfect. It's minus x, so the bigger number, 9, it's got to be negative, and that gives me minus 12. And that's pretty much job done. 2 and 3 first for the 6, so 2x and 3x. The 2x is going to multiply the 4, so that's going to multiply the 4 here, plus 4. And the 3x is going to multiply the number that's here, which is the minus 3. And that's job done. So sometimes, as you get more and more conversant with it, as you do more and more practice, you can move quicker towards the answer. So what I want you to do now, hit pause, write this example down, and then I want you to try some questions for me. Okay, you have to write the workings down every time. Okay, so that goes for Ed and for Noah. You've got to see the workings out every time. Don't just jump to the answer. Okay, good. Hit pause and write classwork once you've finished writing the example. And we've got 7 examples for you. So write classwork and off you go. Okay, so we can look at the answers now. Hopefully, you've successfully factorized them. Answer for B: 3x plus 8, 2x plus 5. C: 4x plus 1, 2x minus 3, and so on. Good. So now it's time to do the worksheet. Right, so it's going to be exercise 9.2. Starts with question 1, work your way towards question 12. Good luck. So slightly bigger so you can see.